dudes, whoa, so Supercross 25. Milestone. I mean, I know you've had a lot of games, but damn, bro, we on 25 now, baby. Oh, shit. So, this video's all about the new engine aspect that they seem to be claiming is like the biggest new feature of this new Supercross game that'll be coming out in 2025, right? Monster Energy Supercross 25, that's the name of it, okay? Spency boy. So, that's what I want to really dig a little deeper on in this video, is just like, what do they really mean about the new engine thing? Because in their trailer, they kind of make it seem like that's the whole aspect to it, other than the fact that it's going to actually have the modern year of the Supercross tracks and riders and all that. So in their little 6 or 9 second teaser trailer that they came out with, they show this, NASA rocket ship taking off, like all new engine, bro. So it is the Unreal Engine 5, I believe is what it is. That's what they're kind of making it look like, claiming it to be this next level sort of thing. So, one of those other giant elements to it is the terrain deformation system, aka the Rut generator, Rut tester. That is the biggest, funniest scam of the Milestone games from the very beginning that they have tricked everybody with, other than you real moto boys or you real dudes that really keep up with my reviews and videos. You would know the terrain, quote unquote, you can't even really call it a terrain deformation system. It is a visual rut generator that you can't really physically feel in the game. It is a graphical visual rut generator, okay? That's all it really has been. I'm just keeping it 420 with you, bro. That's all it really has been. So I find it to be kind of interesting how in their new Supercross 25 trailer, one big element of it is new ruts, right? Like this new rut system, basically. They're trying to make it look like we have a new engine that we've been working on for 2 years, or 3 years at this point, more than they have any other Supercross game. So that's kind of their whole MO with this new game going to be coming out in 2025. It's like, new engine, new terrain deformation system, trying to get you all hyped up and excited, okay? But my point is, yes, it's certainly possible that they have actually sat down and took the time to give you something, something actually better. But also, you gotta remember, you cannot forget that, you would have thought going from the very first Supercross game all the way back there in 2018, whatever it was, you go to Supercross 2, Supercross 3, Supercross 4, Supercross 5, Supercross Suits. You would have thought by that amount of time, that many games, I'm sure they went through different engines. I can't imagine they were using the exact same engine in the first Supercross game that they were the 6th, okay? But they went through all those games, and you get all the way to Supercross 6, and it's not really all that much better graphically. It's not really all that much better terrain deformation-wise. It's not better physics-wise. So, just because, see the point I'm trying to make here? Just because you go through some time, just because they claim it's a new engine and they claim it's got new this and new that, it does not necessarily mean that it is going to be better. Case in point, proof in the damn pudding with what Milestone has already done. I feel like, yeah, the Supercross games improved going from 1 to 2 and then 2 to 3, but after that point, you can't even really say that they got better. They basically just got different and then got worse. That's the way I would describe what they did after they got to Supercross 3. It was like they had that original trilogy of progression, right? I don't know, man. With Supercross 2025, definitely let me know down in the comments. I mean, certainly the potential is there for it to be a lot better, but I'm trying to get across in this video, the potential is also there that it won't be that much better, you know, or it might be like 10% better graphics and 5% better terrain deformation system, but then they've got some other element to the physics over here that makes it where it ain't even as good as like Supercross 3's physics, right? That is certainly still very possible, so you need to be careful with that, especially if you know Milestone, right? Just because they say it's got a new engine, just because they say it's this rocket ship blasting off, showing, you know, acting like you're going to have this. They make it look like in that little teaser trailer, they make it look like it's going to have reflex level terrain deformation. That's what's funny to me, by the way, right? It's like, oh, don't worry, guys, we're building it from the ground up, brand new engine, whole new engine. Like, y'all boys ain't ready for this shit. Meanwhile, you can go all the way back to 2008 to MX versus ATV Reflex, and I promise you that game still blows all of these other arcade motocross games out of the absolute tea-sipping water when it comes to not only the terrain deformation system, but also the physics system. And the controls of the game, and the whip system, and the scrub system, and all of that shit. You go all the way back to 2008, bro. I don't know what the hell Game Engine Reflex was using, but it certainly wasn't no Unreal, 5, dog. That would have been some damn Unreal 1995 game engine that Reflex was using, bro. Like, you want to talk about Unreal Engine? That was some unreal shit that Reflex was as good as it was all the way back in 2008. So, I'm just saying, don't let Milestone fool you with this, well, it's a whole new engine, so it's a whole new world, right? You got to be careful with that, because they're acting as if it's like they weren't even capable of making a better terrain deformation system with the engine that they were using in the other Supercross games, or they weren't even capable of making the gameplay better in the engines in all the other Supercross games. It's like, they're kind of playing it off, making it look like, now we got this new engine. Now we're going to be capable of making it like this and doing it like that and making the Ruts system like this and, rebuilding the entire thing. That's something you're just going to have to wait and see. There ain't no guarantee on that. That's their job, is to hype you up with those trailers. That's their whole thing. They've been doing that from day one, whether it's, if you go back and look at all the trailers, nothing that they've ever really shown in a trailer or put on their website or shown in a way, I feel like has ever fully lived up to what they made it look like or seem like, right? They'll talk about, we've got new things to the track editor. And then you'll get in there in the actual new game, right? They'll act like it's whole new things to the track editor, brand new track editor. You'll get in there and it'll be like one little new element to the track editor. And that's it, like, whole new system, whole new, I'm just trying to, if you've been around this shit long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got to be careful when they start doing this whole new graphics, built from the ground up, whole new engine, it's gonna be completely different, right? And even some of the YouTubers out there that might be covering this shit, you got to be careful with that. Because they're just going to say it like it's being said, when in reality, none of us even know what the hell it's going to be yet, right? But Milestone has had a track record of making it seem like, or making it look like, it's gonna be way the hell more than what it actually turns out to be. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, their games have been, we're talking way more of a visual, graphical thing than they have ever been a gameplay, physical, physics kind of dirt bike game. That's just a fact, man. That is just a fact, man. So you just gotta be careful, you know? That's all I'm saying. But we gonna see. Got high hopes for them, boy. We gonna see.